I've always hated how repetitive and soul-sucking video editing could be, but this year, everything changed when I started testing the new wave of AI video tools. Seriously, in the span of a few months, I went from dreading a 3-hour edit to actually enjoying the process because these apps do the boring stuff for you. Some add zooms on the speaker at the right moment so the important lines land harder. Some slap on captions in real time in any style you want, and others even correct when someone wasn't looking at the camera, so it looks like they had eye contact the whole time. It's wild. But here's the problem. There are literally hundreds of AI editing apps launching every month, and if you're just starting to check them out, it's basically a swamp. Which ones do you actually use? Which ones are hype? Which ones will save you time and not waste your money? So I put together the only list you need, the best tools worth your time in 2025 and how I actually use them in real workflows. And spoiler, Vizard ends up being the one I reach for more than anything else when it comes to turning long videos into social clips and actually getting them posted. Let's start with one of the craziest set it and forget it tools. There's this auto editor that literally takes your raw footage and outputs a polished animated clip with backgrounds and captions like upload, wait, done. It's amazing for people who are intimidated by editing because it removes the steep learning curve. The downside, a lot of those one-click editors are pretty templated. They do a decent job for short-form content, but once you want consistent branding, custom pacing, or to scale hundreds of clips with a unique voice, they start feeling cookie-cutter. Good for beginners, not always the best for creators who want repeatable, on-brand output. Next up, the Fix My Mess apps. You know that moment when someone says, or just goes off script? There are tools that automatically remove stutters and filler words, and some even use voice cloning to patch lines you flubbed, type what they meant to say, and the AI generates that audio so you don't have to re-record. That's a massive time saver. But watch out, some voice replacement features can sound slightly synthetic if you push them, and the ethics legal side gets sketchy if you're using voices without permission. Also, the best of these are often paid or locked behind credits. On the audio front, there are apps that turn phone recordings into studio-sounding tracks and remove background noise with a single upload. Game changer when you're pulling audio from Zooms or phone interviews. They'll kill room echo, boost clarity, and scrub out that vacuum in the background hum that ruins a take. Still, some tools overprocess and leave the voice feeling too clinical, or they struggle with very noisy environments. So they're amazing for quick fixes, but not a silver bullet for every messy recording. If you hate manually scrubbing out silences and repeat takes, meet the auto trim tools. Drop your video in, it transcribes everything, finds the failed attempts in dead air, and cuts them out automatically. This used to take me hours and now takes minutes. The catch? Desktop-only options sometimes have clumsy UIs, and the AI can occasionally pick the wrong take if your voice tone changes a lot. It's brilliant for interviews and podcasts where the structure is simple, but for multi-camera shoots or very non-linear conversations, you'll still want to spot check. Then there are the make it fun to watch tools that add edits like zooms, chapter title cards, and even automatically insert extra B-roll over your talking head. Those features are incredible for pacing and watchability. Imagine a 30-minute chat that suddenly feels like a 10-minute highlight reel because the app knows when to cut to reaction shots, add emphasis zooms, and throw in contextual clips. Only problem, many of the best ones come as extensions for pro software like Premiere, which is great if you're already in that ecosystem, but clunky if you want a lightweight, all-in-one workflow. They also tend to be priced for pros, not side hustle creators. There's also an entire class of tools that do long-form to short-form conversion. They'll analyze a 60 to 120-minute stream, find the most clickable moments, and spit out ready-to-post shorts optimized for Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. This is ridiculously useful for podcasters and live streamers who need dozens of clips. But again, a lot of those apps only handle the clip creation part. They won't schedule, manage, or distribute those clips across your channels. So you end up with a stack of files and zero process for publishing them consistently. Which brings me to Vizard. I'm being honest. After trying all the tools above, Vizard is the one I keep going back to because it stitches the whole process together instead of just solving one tiny problem. Vizard's auto editing is smart. It finds viral parts of long videos and turns them into ready-to-post clips that actually perform. It's not just chopping by silence or loudness, it looks for punchy lines, emotional beats, and moments with high engagement potential. That alone saves hours. But what really separates Vizard from a lot of the competition is the auto schedule and content calendar combo. You can set a posting frequency and the AI will automatically schedule clips to go out for you. No more dumping hundreds of clips into a folder and then manually posting them one by one. The content calendar is honestly addictive. You can plan, tweak, and publish clips across socials from one place. I started using it to batch produce clips from week-long recordings and have Vizard drip them out across platforms without me babysitting anything. Compare that to the other apps. Sure, some of them make great clips, some do captions brilliantly, and others fix audio like magic. But most force you to stitch multiple tools together, export files, upload to a scheduler, and hope your formats match. That's fine if you're a studio with a production team. For solo creators or small studios trying to scale, that friction kills momentum. Vizard lowers that friction dramatically. Another thing I love, Vizard understands platform formats. It can create vertical clips tailored for TikTok and Reels, and horizontal or cropped for YouTube. It's not a one-size-fits-all export. And the AI's choices feel human, like the clips aren't just loud parts, but actually have narrative rhythm and thumbnail-worthy frames. When I tested it against a few standalone clipper tools, Vizard's outputs required less manual tweaking and got better click-throughs in my own tests. Let me be clear, I still use some of the other tools. For example, a lightweight auto-captioner is sometimes faster than Vizard's caption options if I just need a quick burn-in. A dedicated audio enhancer will sometimes outrun Vizard for heavily noisy files. And a pro-grade Premiere extension gives me fine control when I want to craft something cinematic. The point is not to ditch all tools, it's to let Vizard be the spine of your repurposing workflow so you only fire up the others when you need something specific. Here's my real-world workflow. I record a long interview or podcast, upload the raw to Vizard, let it auto-detect the best clips, and then review the selections. I tweak the few I want to punch up, set the frequency, and Vizard schedules them. Meanwhile, if an episode has messy audio, I run the raw through an audio enhancer first for a quick cleanup, then feed that into Vizard. If I need fancy B-roll or a precise Premiere edit, I'll use the specialized extension and then drop the result back into Vizard for distribution. It's modular, efficient, and scalable. So if you're just getting into AI editing this year, here's the TLDR. Use a one-click editor if you want ultra-fast single clips. Use a voice fix or silence removal tool if your recordings are messy. Use a Premiere extension if you need pro-level customization. And use a long-form to short-form clipper if you're making lots of clips. But if you want the most time saved with the least headaches, the thing that actually helps you publish consistently, Vizard is the glue that makes the rest of those tools work for you instead of against you. Will Vizard replace every other app? No. But if your goal is to scale content, get more clips out faster, and stop dreading the workflow from recording to publish, it's the smartest tool I've used this year. It's the one I recommend to creator friends who want to focus on making content instead of being an editor/poster/scheduler. If you want to test this kind of flow, try putting one long episode through Vizard and schedule just 2 posts a week for a month. You'll see how quickly a single recording turns into a month of content. And if you're already using captions tools, audio fixers, or clipper apps, plug Vizard into the middle and watch how much simpler publishing gets. All right, I'm off to batch produce clips for the next month. Let me know if you want a walkthrough of my Vizard calendar setup or a side-by-side clip test with those other apps. Happy to share the exact steps I use. See you in the comments.